Hello guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm Sankeet Shah and I'm here to help you. Do you think it is possible to learn same topic in a different programming language at the same time? Yeah, it's possible. I'll tell you, it is so interesting to learn. I thought let's start with beginning. That's why in this video I will explain basic of program in a 4 different programming language. First one is the C, second one is the C++, third one is the Java and fourth one is the Python. So without wasting our time, let's start to learn. Let's start with the documentation section. In the documentation section, you can define a definition of program, date of implementation and author name. These all the things you can mention in your comment. But my question is, what is the meaning of comment? Comment is an explanation or description of your program. In C language, there is a two type of comment. First one is the single line comment and second one is the multi-line comment. First one, single line comment. Single line comment which use a double slash. Okay? So whatever information you can write in your comment, so before the information you must write double slash. Okay? In a multi-line comment, you can write more than one line. Okay? But its statement start with the slash asterisk and end with the asterisk slash. In between you can write a several lines. But my question is, what the content you can write in your comment. So these all the things you can write in your comment, like a program definition, author name, date of development, time of implementation, these all the things. In short thing, I can share that in documentation section, all the information part of your program that can be covered. In future, any other persons open your program so it easily know the definition of your program. These all the things about documentation section. Let's start with the link section. In this section, you will define all the library files that you want to use in your program. Compiler inform to the library file will link to the program, and this process is called as a linking. Here, all the library files must start with the hash. What is meaning of that? Whenever preprocessor read a hash, that understand there is something which has to be included in between left and right bracket. In this figure, I mentioned 3 library files: stdio.h, conio.h and math.h. First one, HDI.h. It's mainly used to getting the input and output from the user side. We want to input from the user side, we must use the scanf function. And to print the statement, you use the printf function. We will use all these functions in our next video. The next thing is the conio.h file. If you want to clear your previous output, at that time you use the clrs scrs function, and that function is belong from the conio.h header file. Now if you want to perform some mathematical calculation, that at that time you use the math.h file. Similarly, string.h header file is available for the string functions. Okay, so this is all about the link section. In short, we can say that the link function provides the instruction to the compiler to link a function from the system library. Let's start with the definition section. In this section, all the symbolic constant is covered and define the value of pi is 3.42. So we will use in mathematical calculation purpose. So in this section, if you are defined some constant value, so you can define it. Next one is the global declaration section. In this section, we define global variable and user defined function. What is the meaning of that? I explain one by one. All the variables that are used on more than one time, it's called as a global variable and it is defined in a global declaration section. All the user-defined function is also defined in the global declaration section. Let's take one example so you are more clear about that. Here I am taken one variable integer sum. For example, here integer sum is used more than one time in a function. So it's better to declare a global. So be easy to use. Now a next one is the user-defined function. So all the user-defined function declare before the main method. So here I am declare void sum before the main method and it is defined after the main method. Okay, so this is all about the global declaration function. Let's start with the main method. Every program execution start with the main method. In the main method, that is the two part is available. First one is the declaration section and second one is the execution section. In the declaration section, all the variable is defined and program main logic is defined in the execution section. Here I am taken one example, find out the area of rectangle. So all the variable that is defined in the declaration section means here integer area, width and length that is defined in the local variable and the program main logic is the to find out the area of rectangle that is defined in the execution section. So in the main method that is covered in two parts, declaration and execution section, and each and every program execution must start with the main method. Now the user-defined function. Every user-defined function call from the main method. Okay, so if you ever define any function outside the main method, so it is every user-defined function that is a call from the main method. Okay, so this is all about the structure of C program. Students, let's start to create one program in a C language. Here I am find out the area of circle and I am cover all the section as I am explaining here structure of C program. So your all the concept is clear. So first I am define my aim. So I am writing my aim in a single line command. Area of circle. Then this is our declaration section. Now I am define my header file. So all the header file belongs in link section. So this is our link section. Now I am define one constant value. So the use of has defined keyword. I am define a pi value as a 3.14. So all this constant value will be stored in the definition section. Now I am create or I am declare one function. So I am declare one function var area and pass one argument integer r. This function are stored in the global declaration section. Now it's time to define main method. In main method, two things are there. First one the declaration section and second one is the execution section. So first I am declare the variable. So that are belong in the declaration section. It's called as a local variable. Now the next thing is define the value of r, means value of radius. Now call the call area function. Now call the var underscore area function and pass the value of r. Now with the use of printf function, whatever the answer is arrived in the cal area, that will be stored in the area variable and we just print the answer. So I am writing here in printf function, the area of circle is %d area. Now it's time to define a KL area function. This is the user defined function. Here I am passing the argument, but this is the user defined function. Now I am create one variable answer. This is the temporary variable, and now I am writing our main logic of the program pi r square to find out the area of circle. So whatever the answer, I am just returning, and that will be stored in the KL area, and this value assigned in the area variable, and I am just printing the value of the area. Now it's time to save the file, and the name of the file is the circle calculation.c. So the file is ready to compile. I am going to the particular part, then write the GCC space circle_cal.c. So our file is successfully compiled. Now it's time to execute the file. So I am write ./a.out. Now it's time to execute the file successfully, and our answer is ready. The area of circle is 70. Let's start the structure of C++ program. Here I am explaining link section, class definition and main function. Remaining all are the same as a structure of C program. So let's start with the link section. In the link section, you define all the libraries that you want to use in the program, and compiler inform the library we link to the program, and this process is the linking, same as the C program structure. Here I am using a 3 library: iostream, onio.h and main.h. cout and cin function that are belong from the iostream.h library that mainly used from the input and output from the user. Okay, remaining are the same as I discussed as a structure of C++ program. Okay, so this is all about the link section. Now the next one is the class definition. So in my previous video, I defined what is the meaning of class. Class is a template that contains 2 things: data member and member functions. So in the class, 2 things is there. First one is the data member, and second one is the member functions. So all the variables are defined in the data member section. Okay, and function, before the function we write access specifier or access modifier. So in C++ there is the 3 access specifier are there: public, private and protected. Each one has their own use. If you are defined the public specifier, so all the variable that is used out entire program or outside the class. If you are use a private access specifier, so you can use this variable only this class only, and protected, that means that class and that subclass. As these all the thing I am covered in my previous video. So before the functions, you must define the access specifier. If you are not defined the access specifier, compiler will show an error. And the function that contain a main logic of the program. Okay, so in class that define the 2 things: data member and member functions. Okay, now the next thing is the main functions. Every program execution start as a main function. So here I am just define the class name. What is the class name? Class name is the rect area, and define the object of the class. So I am define the object of the class R1, and with this object I am call this function of the class. So here the function of the class is cal_area. So with the use of this object I am calling the cal_area function. So every program execution defined in the main method, In the C++ program, if you are implement your program with the use of the class, so in this main method, first you just define the object of the class, and then with the use of the object you can call the function or method. And last one is the user defined function. This is the same as a C program structure. Every program called from the main method. That means every user defined function that is called from the main method. Okay. Students, I am implementing one program in a C++ language. Find out the area of circle and square. And I am cover all the section as I am discussed in the theory part structure of C++. So let's start to implement. First I am define my aim. Find out area of square and circle. This will be belong in declaration section. Now it's time to define library of our program. I am implementing the program in a C++. So I am write my library. I using namespace std. Std, that is the standard library, and that will belong in the link section. Now it's time to define the global symbolic constant. Okay, now it's time to define the symbolic constant. So I am defining the value of 5. I will be using later for the mathematical calculation. So it will be belong in definition section. Now it's time to define the global variable. See the definition, find out the area of square and circle. So I am defining the one variable as a global, so that will be used for more than one function. So here I am defining the global variable area that will be belong in the global declaration section. Now it's time to define the class. So I am defining my class demo, and after end of the bracket must write a semicolon. Otherwise the compiler show an error. Okay, now it's time to define the radius and side. Okay, always write the member function in a public section. So first write down the circle area. So I am just giving the name circle area, and find out the first area of circle. So first I am define the value of radius. So I am define the value of radius 5. Now I am put the main logic of the program. So pi r square. Okay, this is the logic of our program. Now I am just print the answer of the circle area. So the area of circle, just write in a W bracket, the area of circle, and find out the answer. And for the new line, I'm writing the ender. So this is about the area of circle. Now it's time to define the area of square. Let's go to area, final function. Now I am define the value of side. What is the equation of the area of circle? Now the equation of the area of circle is the side square. So and write see out the area of square Now it's time to define the main method. First, create the object of class. So I create the object of class. With the use of the object, call the two functions. First one is the circle area, and now next one is the square area. Now next write the equal 0 because I am under the mean. It's time to define the same file
Sometimes you might find tester area.cpp. Let's check it first. If any error there is first correct it. Okay, all are well set. Now start to compile and execution. Go to the tools and select the and build system. Now C++ single file. Now it's time to select the build. The answer is ready. Our program is successfully executed.
Let's start the structure of Java program. Documentation section is same as a C and C++ program. Now the next is the package statement. If you create a package in your program, at that time you use a package statement. The meaning of package statement is whatever class that is created, it's belong from this package. In this example, I am creating one class A, so it is belong from the package employee. If you create the package, you write package and package name and semicolon. Next one is the import statement. The import statement can be used to import entire package or sometimes import certain classes and interface inside the package. The import statement is written before the class definition and after the package statement. Also, import statement is optional. For example, in one class you define the package employee and inside the package you define the class A. If you are creating another class B, and in this class you access all the functionality of class A, so using the import statement you can access all the functionality of class A. So at that time you write this statement before the class definitions. So you write import package name dot class name. So import employee is the package name dot A is the class name. So this is all the things of package and import statement. This is the structure of Java program. First write the class keyword and class name. Then I should found the starting point of executions. So my starting point of execution is the main method. If you are knowing C and C++, so the starting point of program is the main method. In C and C++, write a void main or int main. But in Java, compulsory write a void main, and it's our starting point of execution. What is the meaning of void? Void is a return type, and this return nothing. Void return nothing. What is the meaning of static? Static is a keyword. If you are writing a method as a static, so the method can be called directly without creating an object. Generally, your class member and member function can be called with the help of object. But if you are writing a member function or data member as a static, so that can be directly called. Who can call? A JVM can call directly. Next one is the public. Public is an access specifier or access modifier. If you are write a public as an access specifier, so your class member can be directly accessed outside of the class. But if you are not write a public access specifier, you can define as a private or other access specifier. So your data member cannot directly access outside the class. So this format is compulsory write public static void main in Java. What is the meaning of system.out.println? If you are write a pre statement in a C, so you write a printf. In C++, you write cout. In Java, if
if you are write any statement or if you are print any statement, so you write system.out.println, and by default here the argument is the string. So inside the println method you must write all the things in double quoted format. So what is the meaning of the println? Println is the method name. Print is a method name. Ln means new line. If you are not write ln, so your cursor is appear after your string. But if you are write as ln, so your cursor will be moved in a next line. Out is the object and system is the class. So we can say that method call system class with the help of out object. Okay, so this is all about the structure of Java program. Now the next one is the structure of Python program. I am happy to announce there is the not follow a particular structure in Python. So this is the beauty of Python. You can write a statement, small statement, and it can be run more faster as compared to C and C++. So this is all about the structure of Java, C, C++ and Python program theory. So we can move on practical part.
Let's start the practical session. I am writing my first program, print hello world. I am write a program in 4 different languages: C, C++, Java and Python. For C, C++ and Java I am using a Sublime, and for Python I am using a IDE. You can use different IDE like a C and C++. You can use Turbo C, Codeblock and Notepad++. For Java you can use NetBeans and Eclipse. For Python you can use IDE, PyCharm, Jupyter. This is all or you can choose online compiler also. Let's start our first program. So let's start with our first program in C language. First write the header file as include HDIO.h. Then write the main method. I am here writing int main. You can write a void main also. Then define a printf function to print the statement. Here I am writing a hello world and /n is used for the next line. So our program is ready to compile. Let's save our program. I am saving my file in desktop. I am just giving my name of temp1.c. Let's start to execute our program. First go to the desktop because I am save my program in desktop. I am already on the desktop. If you are not in correct path, so first with the use of the cd command, go to the correct path, then write the gcc, then a file name .c. Your file is successfully compiled. Now it's time to execute. So to execute the file, write the .a/a.out. Your file is successfully executed. Your output is ready. Hello world. Now it's time to start with the next file, and I am writing our next program to print a hello world in Java. So first I am writing class and class name. The class name I am define a demo, and write the public, static, void main and string args. Now to print the statement I am write system.out.println and now I'm writing a hello world. Now I'm saving this file. I'm just giving the name of the file m2.java. So our file is ready to compile. So first go to the path, and to compile a Java program, first write the Java C filename.java. So our file is successfully compiled. Now it's time to execute our file. So write Java space class name. So what is the class name? Demo. So our program will be successfully run, and output is ready. Hello world. Students, let's start to create a program in C++ language. Here I am create a program in two ways. First, with class and without class. C++ is not pure object-oriented programming language because you can write your program with class and without class. If you are looking in a Java, so Java program always write in a class. So Java is purely object-oriented programming language. So let's start to implement our program. First I am write our program with class, then I am writing a program without class. So first I am defining the header file as include iostream.h. If you are write your code in a Turbo C, so you must define in this way. But if you are write your code in a code block or a Sublime, so you can write like this way. Has include iostream, then using namespace std. Std, that means a standard library. Then I am defining the class, and class name is the demo. In class, two things are there: data member and member function. But I am define only a one method, and method always declare in the public section. So I am define one method print. In this method, I am write one statement cout hello world. And for the new line, I am write a handle, and after the ending the class bracket, write the semicolon. If you are not write the semicolon, so compiler show an error. Now it's time to define the main method. I am writing here the integer main, that's why I am defining the return 0. Now to execute our program, main method is the starting point to execute our program. In the main method, first define the class name. First define the class name, and then define the object of the class with the use of the object to call the method. So I am call the method print with the use of d1 object. So it's time to compile the program. So first save the file and just given the name of the file. So temp2.cpp extension. Now file is ready to compile. Now in a Sublime, go to the tool option, and then go to the build system and select the language C++. Then choose the build option and run. So your program is successfully executed. So this is a program with the class. So it's time to implement a program without class to print a hello world. So I am just removing the class, and I'm remove this object also. I'm just only write here cout, and I write a semi in small letter hello world, and also write a handle function to print the new line. Now our program is ready to compile and execute. So go to the tool and select the build option. So our program is successfully executed. Now it's time to run a program in Python. So go to the Python IDE. Ideally, so just 2 minutes. Python shell is open in Python. I am write a print statement, and you can write either a single quote or double quote. I am writing here a single quote. Hello world, and at the end I am writing a semicolon and just enter. So it's print the hello world. So this is the beauty of Python. Only a single line is used for printing a statement. No any format or no any structure are there in Python. Students, here I am writing a same program in a 4 different programming language. If you have any query or doubt, please write your query in comment box. And one more thing, please like, share and subscribe my video. Stay happy and healthy. Be safe. Thank you so much for watching my video.